Warning, the following video may contain spoilers for a multimedia conglomerate franchise or a chapter of an episode. But if you want my advice, I suggest you back out the video right now, watch it or read it and come back later. But if you don't care about spoilers, then I suggest you sit back, relax, and let's get
on with the show.
The following program is rated CFFA, cartoons for f***ing adults. Hi the kids.
Hey Nat, I'm back. I just finished my chores and other things in Animal Crossing, so I'm going to do more Smash Remix.
Oh, hey Gabe, welcome back. You're going to do Power Rangers Samurai?
Yeah, but I'm finally going to continue more Horizon Season 2 to search for Laqua to catch up. And you're doing a great job on SpongeBob and Pokemon the Series anime reviews. And
you've got mail.
Oh, got a review to do?
Yeah, I've been waiting to do this baby for a long time. This was originally for National Bullying Prevention Month, but now it's time to finish this.
Okay then, let's get to it. Cue the title card!
With special guest Mimi Tachikawa, voiced by Natalie Elaine. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Team Smash National Holiday and Holo Thanksmas Marathon. And I'm finally ready to complete this review. I've been waiting to do this review since 2022 and 2023, and it's finally time. This review is not only dedicated to my favorite actress, Brittany Pirtle, but I've been teasing this on the community tab since my birthday. And now we're reviewing
Emily!
Favorite episode that teaches us a moral. That's right, we're reviewing Power Rangers Samurai, Episode 6, Sticks and Stones, and Happy Pokemon Day! If you don't know what Power Rangers is, I'll let Natalie school ya.
Thanks so much, Gabe. Power Rangers is a multimedia conglomerate franchise created by Shuki Levy and Kai Saban back in 1993. Originally, this series was supposed to be called The Bioman, and in 1991, Saban approached Toei about expanding to the United States and wanted to air episodes of Super Sentai. However, Shuki Levy objected for two reasons. One, being that superheroes in a colorful spandex should not be taken too seriously, and two, being that it would be too difficult to show a show with all Japanese people to American children. Saban still realized the potential of an American expansion and adopted an idea not dissimilar to Lee. And the process of doing so was not a simple dub-over, but rather done by splicing the original Japanese footage in varying ratios with newly filmed scenes with primarily speaking English actors. And with Levy, Saban created the Bioman pilot and pitched it to America's largest TV network, so all of whom declined the idea. And it was not until 1992 when Margaret Lostett, who was the head of Fox Kids at the time, who had noticed the similarity of the pitch Saban had submitted to the one late legendary Marvel Stan Lee had years ago. And according to the director, Yuta Tasaki, he claims that the budget for Power Rangers is about 3 times higher than what Toei gives Super Sentai.
Pose.
Two of my favorite VAs, Richard Horvitz does Alpha 5 in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Yukari Tamura did Nabi in Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaider.
Restart.
Now for Samurai's development. The Walt Disney Television Division decided to cancel Power Rangers for good after Power Rangers RPM due to low toy ratings and production costs in New Zealand rising dramatically. However, Saban, the original creators of Power Rangers, now operating under Saban brands, brought back the rights and took a year to adapt the 33rd entry in the Super Sentai franchise, Samurai Sentai Shin Kenza from 2009. Instead of a new Power Rangers season being made for 2010, they re-edited and re-aired half of the season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Nickelodeon to tide fans over. To aid the production, Saban rehired former executive producer Jonathan Zatzer, who left the series after Power Rangers Wild Force due to Disney's buyout. However, Zatzer has always preferred to make more Sentai footage, heavy episodes to the point that at several points in Power Rangers Time Force, for example, Japanese actors are very visible. For Kabaneri's release, Saban was going to create two completely original characters, Big Jack and Skinny Mac, meant to be a callback to Walt and Skull from the original Saban era. Paul Schreier was brought in for casting and described Skinny Mac as Skull meets Ace Ventura. However, he got along well with Felix Ryan during casting, so it was decided to rehire him to reprise his role as Walt, with Ryan playing a new character named Spike, and the Big Jack and Skinny Mac idea was shelved and scrapped. Problems began shortly after production since Samurai Sentai Shinkenja was a Sentai deeply rooted in Japanese culture with very Japanese imagery. So much so that placing it in America was impossible since the Japanese elements were so intrusive. They could not edit around them. Zatter, who had been made head writer, bought Saban a finished script early into production, but they were rejected for being terrible, and Saban hurriedly hired former Fox Kids executive James W. Bates as head writer, with Zatter being the only executive producer. However, by the time that Bates was brought in, it was November 2010, and they had to finish writing, filming, editing, and finalizing all 22 episodes by the next year, which was January 2011, so that Nickelodeon can air them in February, my birth month. And at the same time, Zacher was forcing the writers to stick to Shinkenja as close as they could. In Bates' words to Jonathan, Shinkenja was a great show, why change it too much? He saw that he thought it was working on the show and was just sticking very close to it. This rushing and executive pressuring led to the most of the writing and plot points of Shinkenja to be copied into Samurai to expedite the process. So then let's now go on to what the plot and backstory of Power Rangers really is.
The plot of Power Rangers!
Once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away, the ancient battle of good versus evil had begun. Rita Repulsa had a dream. She dreamt that she would be controlling the entire universe. She tried time and time again to take over the galaxy. A kind and wise sage named Zordon was able to stop her, although he could never completely defeat her to begin with. The constant smaller battles lasted thousands of years, which led to a face-to-face showdown in Mortal Kombat, and the universe has never been known such power like this. And the battle lasted for 2,000 years from 7 BC to 7007. Many planets were destroyed at critical levels, and the solar systems were also shaken apart due to the massive collateral damage. No matter how hard they fought, neither of them was the winner. And it looked like the war would never ever come to an end, and it would last for all eternity. Rita offered Zordon a truce to end the long war, and Rita tricked him and she trapped him into an interdimensional time warp before being sucked away in a time warp a la Samurai Jack. Zordon focused on all of his powers on a recycling bin. With the help from Alpha 5, he decided to lure Rita along with Goldar, Babu, Squad, and Finster. And Zordon was trapped out of the dimension, and the dumpster unloaded its magic like an evil containment wave, and swallowed Rita and her gang inside, trapped forever. The next 10,000 years ago, 8001 in 1993, Alpha 5 tried to bring Zordon out of the time warp, and he built a control center on Earth and then used the system to contact Zordon, and the two of them decided to study Earth and the dinosaurs. Zordon and Alpha worry that Rita might escape from her dumpster prison. If that happens, Zordon would teleport 5 teenagers with attitude, and these teens will now become the superheroes of the world and will need to train them to become Power Rangers. Time is present. 1993, Zordon is still trapped in time, and Rita is still trapped in a recycling bin. Gabe, it's all yours!
Centuries ago in Japan, Nylok monsters invaded our world, but samurai warriors defeated them with power symbols passed down from parent to child. Today, the evil Nylok have risen once again and plan to flood the earth. Luckily, a new generation of heroes stand in their way. They are the Power Rangers Samurai.
Once upon a time in ancient Japan, monsters known as the Nyloks began to attack the human world for several centuries after Rita and Zordon's struggling battle. only to face opposition from humans who could harness symbol power passed down from parent to child and become the Samurai Power Rangers. The Nylok leader, Master Xandred, was eventually sealed away by a previous generation, but he has arisen once again to exact his revenge. Jaden Shiba, the 18th head of the Shiba clan, born in between 1987 and 1990, and descendant of the former Red Ranger assigned by Master G that defeated Xandred years ago, gathers a new group of teenagers with attitude, the disciplined Kevin, the fun and partying Mike, the young kind-hearted Emily, and the motherly Mia Watanabe to take up the mantle as the 18th generation of Samurai Power Rangers. Along the way, Jaden's childhood best friend, Antonio Garcia, born in 1991, returns to town with his own Ranger powers, the Gold Ranger. With his technical expertise, he was able to reverse engineer his own morpher as well as repair a thought to be beyond damaged Zord that Jaden gave him years ago. In time, Antonio proves himself to be a valuable asset to the team and is formally indoctrinated as the 6th Samurai Ranger. And Lauren Shiba, who was born in 1986, arrives and reveals her true identity as the true 18th head of the Shiba clan. Her arrival nearly divides the team, but her warm nature eventually brings everyone together. Zobrina was born in 1986 and Lauren and stepped down at the age of 21 in 2007, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
With the long introduction of Power Rangers out of the way, let's have a look at Episode 6, Sticks and Stones.
We begin the episode with our Power Rangers training, but Emily injures Mike. Emily's attempts to care for his arm by using a bag of frozen peas. Mike was running away, but Emily was chasing after him, causing him to slip over a bag of peas on the floor, landing headfirst on the bag she was holding, causing them to spill out. And Emily felt really bad on the mess she made, and she tries to clean them up, but slips on them once again.
After the opening, we cut to the Zanzu River.
Octorip welcomed Negatron aboard Xandred's junk, and Negatron started insulting him, and Octorip tells him that his mouth is also open like a convenience store. And he also told him to rip those insults on the human world and make the Zanzu River flood the earth. Emily was gargling water, and Mike asked if she was okay, and she accidentally spit on Mike's face and apologized. And Mike told Emily that she doesn't have to apologize to everything, and that she was trying to help. And Emily wished that she could be like Mia, but every time when she tried to do something good, she turned it into a big mess. And Mike told Emily that he was serious about talking to herself like that, and he also told her to give herself a break and to take better care of herself. We cut to the Nylok Negatron at downtown Panorama City appears and subjects his victims to insults that hurt their feelings so deeply, and the verbal abuse becomes a physical assault, including the comedic relief duo, Bo and Fight. One by one, starting with Mike, when Negatron told him that he had training wheels until he was 10 and was sent blasting off again like Team Rocket and Neo Takano in the Higurashi Kira episode Demon Battling chapter. Then Negatron called him Kevin boring and sending him blasting off, and then Mia a lousy cook, also blasting her off in the process. Emily complains on how Negatron is sending everyone flying, and all he is doing is saying mean things.
You're a red-faced
liar, liar, bitch on fire!
You've got a secret!
Emily is the only person left.
Your words won't faze me! Jaden's got nothing to hide! You're just a mean-mouthed monster spouting nothing but nonsense!
Negatron tries to send Emily blasting off again by calling her a
airhead!
Yeah!
Negatron tried calling her a dimwit, klutz, and a whiner, like a certain blonde in Sailor Moon Classic.
This'll do the trick! Everyone loves to tease you!
Earth Slicer!
And because of this, Negatron decided to vent somewhere else.
Yeah! Go ahead and run, you loudmouth! I've got a feeling we haven't heard the last from that creep.
Give up! I can tell there's no point in drawing this out any longer.
I'll be back to deal with you after I come up with my next plan.
Now you'll think twice, huh?
Cut to the Shiva house once again.
That Nylok is a bully. He likes to hurt people's feelings. He channels mental pain and turns it into physical pain.
Mia admits that he got her off guard and promises it won't happen again. And Mike confirms that he did have training wheels, but he didn't think he needed them since he knows how to ride a bicycle, skateboard, and a scooter. And Mia asks that if she was a hook, and everyone exclaims yes. And Kevin asks if he was boring, and Jaden says that he's extremely disciplined and orderly. Bing bong! Bing bong! You are correct! Mentor G answered that Emily has a special quirk. Emily said it's nothing great like that, and that she was always tased and been called names as a kid, and it made her sad, and she was a crybaby like Usagi Tsukino.
Hey! Is it really so out of the ordinary that I'm making sense? I mean, why is everyone so mean to me?
How could this happen to me?
Anyway, her sister told her just to pretend like the person teasing her didn't say anything at all and shield herself from it. And it worked. Mike asked why she was always putting herself down and that it didn't make no sense unless it's what she really thought about herself. After Emily walks away devastated and upset, Mia told Mike that Negatron can't hurt her feelings, but he can.
Yikes.
Cut to the Vulcan Skull Clubhouse. Walt tells Spike that their encounter with Negatron is a reminder of how nasty the Nylok can be. And Spike asks Walt if they can really be samurai warriors and that it was pretty scary. Walt reminds Spike that a samurai shouldn't doubt himself and that they have to train better. And that's all we see them until they cheer for the Rangers at the end. Cut to Xandred's Junction. Negatron tests his skills on Dayu, much to her anger, who then tries to attack him but is stopped by Master Xandred. Xandred is pleased with Negatron's process and orders him back to the human world, and he has to deal with the Yellow Ranger, Emily. Cut back to the Shiva house, and Emily is blowing on her flute again.
As seen in episode 2.
I promised my big sister to work hard so that I can be as good a fighter as the rest of you.
Your big sister?
My big sister was supposed to become the Yellow Ranger, but she got sick. I had to take her place.
Wow, that's a lot to ask of you.
It's been tougher to see her go through her illness. And anyways, I wasn't a superstar at school. Don't sell yourself short. Oh, I do have talents. I'm really good at playing the flute, and I can definitely handle a sword. So becoming a Power Ranger is a fresh start for me.
Did you hear that? She has the heart of a true samurai warrior. You've been training hard.
And Mike tries to make up for upsetting her, and we are brought through a flashback, and we learn the backstory of Emily's flute and why she became a Power Ranger.
What follows is a brief flashback.
You know, I used to cry all the time. I wasn't good at school. I couldn't do anything right. I was picked on all the time.
Serena.
When Serena played her flute, it made Emily forget about her feeling sad, and this flashback takes place during the events of Operation Overdrive's year 2007 when Emily was 12 and Serena was 21. And this is the same year when she retires as being a Power Ranger because she got sick with an asthma bronchitis attack.
Serena, are you okay?
It was time for me to take her place as a Samurai Ranger. She was the one who was crying.
I'm sorry. Because of me, you're gonna be in such danger. I just can't bear to think about it. I'm sorry. Because of me, you're gonna be in such danger. I just can't bear to think about it.
That's when I told myself, you can't cry. I needed to be strong for my sister's sake. I guess trying to fill my sister's shoes has brought back some of my insecurities. How can I expect others to stop putting me down if I don't do it myself?
Sniveling is for babies, and I've done too much of that already.
We hope you enjoyed this end of flashback.
Wow, that's, bad.
You know, I really believed they had a chance. Then you came along.
trying to fulfill her sister's shoes are bringing back her insecurities, which she says she'll have to take care of if she expects other people to stop putting her down too, and she apologizes once more. But Mike says he should apologize. Here he is wanting to be stronger than Jaden, but then loses to Emily, who is insecure about herself. What does that make him? But Emily says that he'll get better, and she admires how he can be true to himself.
They get a call that Negatron is back, and they head off. The Nylok was sending people blasting off again until we get into this scene.
Stop right there, huh?
Anyone ever tell you you're a bully?
Yep. Nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Your reign of terror ends here!
Insert transformation sequence here.
Rangers together! Samurai forever!
Now that's a catchphrase! You put evil power in them, so their wishes were denied. That's unforgivable! And now, in the name of the moon, I'll punish you!
More like heartbroken forever! I know the truth about you, and I'm really gonna let you have it!
The Rangers know what Megatron's plans are. He sent Kevin blasting off again and—
Never underestimate a samurai! Your sneaky trick won't work on us again!
Yeah, we're on to you! We're ready for whatever you can throw at us!
Mentor's little pet!
Sent his Cuddy patrol of Mogers to fight the Rangers and is only after Emily. Negatron continues to try and hurt Emily by calling her a dummy, a klutz, and a crybaby. But Emily, being like Mimi, has none of this at all.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now shut it, creep!
And he was getting close to succeeding by bringing up her sister and saying she's never going to be good as her, leaving her slightly depressed.
Is it true, sis? What he just said? Come on, don't you believe him too?
That's enough! Oh, you'll have me to answer to. Understand? You know what? Maybe you should drop out of the show and Anna Hart, because ballet isn't for quitters.
How could this happen to me?
Sorry, I was just having a flashback.
Silly girl! You'll never be as good as your sister! Ooh, gotcha! You'll pay for that!
But it's no good, and this Nylok's days are numbered.
Nice shot!
I've got nothing nice to say to you, so let's call it a day.
Stop!
Not this time, Nylok! Cannon blast!
Vanish into oblivion!
Emily, you really did it!
Thanks!
Yeah, that was excellent! We're not done yet. Hold on, guys. Each Nylok has 2 forms. You saw the first. Now get set for the Mega Monster.
Think you beat him? We'll see about that!
Let's go! Lion Folding Zord! Dragon Folding Zord! Bear Folding Zord!
Ape Folding Zord! Turtle Folding Zord! Megamorph Power!
Zords combined!
Samurai Megazord! We are united!
There's more to them than meets the eye.
There's even time for Walt and Spike to turn up and feel relief that they don't have to take care of this precise Nylok.
Let's add injury to this Nylok's insults!
It's too late for apologies now, you jerk.
I don't want to go back! The food is terrible!
Negatron, you are charged with the destruction and personal property of battery, verbal, and emotional abuse. You are found guilty.
Hey, are you trying to put a spin on those mean things I said about you?
Beetle Cannon Strike!
Any last words, my friend?
Well said. Good game.
Oh, that ain't good.
Rest in peace.
Another day, another attack, another victory for the Power Rangers, and another Nylok we all never want to see again.
Give up your evil ways, Frieza, and for your sake, I hope we never meet again.
The battle was really exhausted, Emily, because she fainted after Negatron had died and the Rangers powered down and about to go home.
We did it!
Spoiler alert!
Emily said she was fine, but I guess the Nylok's words hurt her after all.
She hit it well. Everyone has something that they don't want to hear.
She was incredible. The way she fought off that Nylok rocked. Girl's got guts.
Her sister would be proud.
With Mike carrying Emily, she has not gotten tired after a long fight, and smiles that Serena would be proud of her.
Mia hears an ice cream truck, and Emily, who has been unconscious for a few minutes at least, wakes up so they can all get ice cream. Our heroes decided to run over so they won't miss it. And that ends Sticks and Stones.
End of story. Bye-bye. See you later.
Did you know that?
The episode is the first to hint that Jaden is keeping a secret from the rest of the Rangers. The fact you know and she got, that's another...
A good question. For another time.
And this episode's title is based on a children's nursery rhyme with the same name. We'll talk about this in the overall part, and Negatron should have used pens to remove the rock from himself, but it was futile, and the episode has a moral on bullying and teaches children to ignore the results. Insults, and Emily's backstory is teased in the second episode, but it was the only group explaining about Selena getting ill was playing the flute.
Now you know!
Overall, this episode teaches children about the invalid and how they can ignore the insults. And how the viewer can be a hero and have heroism themselves. A popular reply to a bully is sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But nowadays, it's not true. Because words can hurt. Much like how a sword can stab you in the back and it would be really sharp.
And that was Sticks and Stones. How does it hold up? This was the goated episode of Power Rangers history.
This was the goated episode of Power Rangers, and the scenes and dynamics were amazing, and there was an Emily, ship name for Mike and Emily ship. The choreography was also absolutely awesome, and the part when everyone is sent blasting off again looks like a meme on Twitter or Vine or TikTok, and the faces kind of looks like a reaction meme at the same time.
We recommend this episode if you're a Power Rangers completionist, purist who want to watch it in chronological order, or want to win a moral about bullying and about how you can steel yourself against the pain and learn how to smile like
Serena!
and Arya and be a hero like All Might.
I have a message from Maria. On what she thinks of the episode, she said, and I quote, "I think it's a really good episode that teaches kids to not let words or bullies hurt them. And with that being said, Gabe, we officially give Power Rangers Samurai the 18th season of Hasbro's longest-running live-action series, 6th episode Sticks and Stones, a 3 out of 5. And this episode's overall rating is a 7 out of 10.
Next time? You did it again, Brock! What's wrong? I'm fine. Thanks for the memories!
But until then, this is Gabe Nwagbala.
And Natalie and Lifelight.
And we have nothing else to say other than have a great life, stay a Power Ranger, don't let the bullies get into you, and see you next time. Huge thank you to Natalie Elaine for joining me on this review marathon, and huge thank you to Maria Joyce, aka Zobrina, and Feligami for joining me on this. So be sure to do the 5 following: like, comment, subscribe, bell, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time on the next review.